Hey Scorpio, it is September 2020. So we're doing a reading for that time, give or take. There might be a little bit of energy described of where you've been recently and maybe um, a little bit beyond September, but it's the general energy of the time. I was shuffling off camera too, by the way. Five of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. Give me just a second. It looks like a just outcome is headed your way, and that you've made good decisions that are they're kind of elevating you in status. Um, it's making things clearer for you, and it may even be allowing you to assist others to do something similar. Your clarity is able to assist you to bring clarity to um, other people who maybe are not further, maybe you're a little bit farther along the path than they are in some area. Um, maybe it's spiritual, maybe it's just that you're more learned on a subject, maybe you're working with an apprentice. But you're at a place where you are more experienced or have a bit higher status, and you're able to assist others who are walking down similar paths. And I feel like this is a major change from where you've been. That maybe you felt very restrained and held in a lower place for a while, but the tide is turning in your favor, and there's going to be more of a social element to your life if you had felt alone before. There's definitely an energy of more people being around and people appreciating you for who you are and your value, like really who you are, the value that you bring. They recognize you more. Maybe in the past you did not feel recognized by other people. Maybe dealing with other people felt like, maybe you felt misunderstood and unappreciated. But I feel like, again, that is an element of this shifting energy away from this restrained and isolated energy. And I don't think that all of that time isolated was necessarily a bad thing, although it looks like it was most likely frustrating to be in that situation. It did allow you time to reflect, meditate, maybe go a little deeper with yourself. There is an element to disconnecting socially and spending time alone that, well, I mean, you just get a disconnect from consensus kind of mainstream worldviews that I think are unhealthy and unhelpful and don't accurately portray reality. And I think that there is an element of that here where you get to become more in touch with what you think rather than taking on opinions that are um, prepackaged, perhaps socially reinforced, and you get to be more of the arbiter of what you think because you're not being bombarded with the opinions, usually the received opinions of others that they haven't actually come up with themselves. They're just given to them, and then they become socially reinforced because it seems like that's what everybody thinks. And I think that this time alone has allowed you to really get in touch more with what you think. And that is allowing you to move. I think it's been a slow process moving forward, but I think that the time that it took was actually crucial in your development, and that moving forward now, I think you're in a place where you're more stable in going and interacting with others because you're solid in who you are. You are grounded in who you are and what you think, and that doesn't mean that you're closed-minded and you reject the opinions of others outright, but you're so grounded in yourself that you can be confident that you are not just going to accept or be confused by what others think if that's not what you think. That kind of energy is very attractive, and what it looks like here is that it will be attractive for others to see this element of you, and it will attract friendship, it will attract people who want to work with you, and it will attract romantic interest in you as well. Let's get a card, clarify the romantic interest. Intuition and the High Priestess. I feel like you're doubtful and anxious about romance. That I think you have a hard time believing that things will improve, perhaps. Like you've been alone for a long time, and it's just difficult for you to imagine that that period is ending. But I feel you have to trust in what you haven't seen yet, because I feel like that's what's going to make this shift possible. And if you're able to trust that you are an attractive person and that part of what is attractive to other people is that you have belief in yourself. And if you don't feel a belief in yourself yet, there's reason to. There's reason to. It's possible to do it, and you can embody that, and it can shift your life moving forward. But you have to have that faith in yourself, and don't let the doubt that you might feel about whether people want to be around you or people want to, be a part of your life. Don't let that block it from actually happening, because I think that is a possibility. I'm going to pull a few of these energy oracle cards, 2 or 3 of them probably, and see if they have any additional message, and then close out the reading. Yeah, so we got appreciation at the bottom of the deck. This exactly, with these 2 cards that I pulled, appreciation definitely reinforces the message, right? But it's cool because these two, and this happens from time to time when I pull these oracle cards. So I pull this whole spread, right? And as I'm reading, I read the spread intuitively, but all of the stuff that kind of indicates this period of difficulty is over here on the left side, and like it's moving towards this energy of um, more of a social dynamic and more positive outcomes. And then when I pull these two cards, here on the left side is hostilities, and here on the right side is happy family. And I feel like this just reinforces this whole minor spread. Like I could have just pulled these two cards and have it tell a similar story of moving from the hostilities, moving from a time where you maybe feel under attack, isolated. This dude on the card is by himself. He's got a sword, and he doesn't look thrilled. Also of note, a lot of the stuff over here is swords energy. There's just a lot of swords in the spread in general. But that energy is giving way to the happy family energy, which suggests, love, romance. If not that, at least a supportive network of friends. Maybe it's a small group of friends, but it's better than nothing. There's much less reason to feel defensive or uptight or doubtful, because you will have more support. And it could be romantic, it could be full on family, that you find somebody and start a family. Certainly, the main spread closes with the Two of Cups, which suggests coming together to offer your emotions with somebody you view as an equal, and views you as an equal, that you come together and you balance each other well, you complement each other well, you respect one another, and what you bring to one another elevates you to another level. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I feel like this, again, drive home that appreciation on the bottom of the deck, that if you feel unappreciated and misunderstood, it really looks like things are shifting or are going to shift soon. There is something to look forward to. There's a reason to have faith in your path, where you're going, because I think you will be appreciated. I think you will find people who understand you and care about you and want to associate with you and support you in what you're trying to do. So I hope that it resonates with you, and I hope that you have a good month, Scorpio. Take it easy. Bye.